What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today is Monday, December 5th, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about 3 underrated NFT collections on Solana. Now, these 3 NFT collections do have some trading volume happening within their ecosystem, but also they actually have a community as well. And then there's another collection that I'm going to share at the very end of the video that I think is absolutely underrated, meaning like people aren't paying attention because there's actually such a low supply. So be sure to stick around to the very end to find out what that collection is, but we're going to cover other collections as well. We're going to make it very convenient for you guys and girls. So as always, be sure to like up that button, subscribe to the channel, don't forget to join our Patreon page, and most importantly, please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email, so please be careful and invest safely. So guys and girls, let's get right into it. So we got to look at the overall market, what's going on right now. Now this is Soul Sniper. Now if you go to soulsniper.xyz, you can go over to the market tab and it'll show you pretty much where the market is and where the market is overall. So over the past year, we've actually seen the market cap of Solana kind of grow in value. Meaning, what do I mean by grow in value? I mean, there's more trading volume within Solana being used to buy orders, sell orders. But regardless, I want to share with you something that's really interesting, and we have to be very transparent on the channel. Now, on the upper right-hand side, we're seeing within the past 24 hours how many buyers there are compared to sellers. And this is really intriguing because there are more sellers, as you can see based on this red line right here. That means there are people liquidating their positions and there are not enough buyers. So when there are people selling their position, it leaves an opportunity for you to buy at cheaper entry points. And again, we're going to share what those things are. But regardless, we got to look at the total market cap because it continues to grow. We do have volume in Solana. We do have the market cap of Solana growing within the NFT ecosystem in Solana. But regardless, it's still in the early stages. Now, if we look at this chart right up here, you can see that right now we've actually seen low listers of their NFTs. So people aren't listing as many NFTs and also not buying as much NFTs. So we're seeing a lot of low activity within the Solana NFT ecosystem just within the past month. And obviously that is due to multiple things. When it comes to the FTX hack, the people fearing Solana, all that jazz. So there's a lot of reasons why people can flood anything within the Solana ecosystem. Further down, you can see basically in the green, if you see anything is in dark green, that means there's a lot of growth, a lot of buying volume. Anything that's dark red, there's a lot of liquidations, people taking out their positions, and the community's either dwindling or it's kind of a sign of what's to come maybe in the short term, but may not be the long term. And then you can see the big red boxes. Usually if it's a big box, you can see that there's a lot of buying pressure or a lot of selling pressure. But either way, there's a lot more trading volume on that collection if it's a bigger box. Anything that's smaller, it doesn't really have much of a supporting system there. So that's a tool that I want to share with you. But let's get down to the 3 collections because I want to show you what those 3 collections are. Let's start with the third one, and that is Transdimensional Fox Federation. Now, if you don't know what this collection is, it's basically, this collection is supposed to be some wormhole storyline. Basically, it's pixelated art based off of the famous Fox Federation. Now, right now, the floor price is around 18.69 Solana. Now, that is actually a huge growth in terms of its floor price. Is it a good time to buy in? We're going to look into that in just a little bit. But again, there is buying pressure. There is a community behind this. And I will say that famous Fox Federation does build. On their actual Twitter page, they actually share with you on their secondary market where you can buy their actual NFTs, but also if you go to their website, the website is actually quite amazing. You can do a lot of different things on this website. You can do utility, you can earn Fox tokens, you can also buy merchandise, but you can also swap NFTs. Instead of, if you're trying to swap your, say for instance, your DGods, and you want to swap it for someone else's NFT, which happens to be a Triple Name NFT or any other collection, well, this website, their actual utility allows you to swap safely. Well, that's the whole point of this, is that famous Fox Federation allows 2 wallets to connect to swap safely for just a small fee. And that is absolutely amazing. This is another reason of one of many things why I think famous Fox Federation is not going anywhere. And that's exactly why I think the transdimensional NFTs are actually a great buy opportunity. But is it right now? Should you be buying in right now? Well, that's why we have to look into the charts. Now, this is the actual chart of transdimensional NFTs. Now, as you can see here, we're looking at first the floor price. Now, the floor price has pumped a lot. Now, this is on the daily chart. So since November 8th, all the way up until today, December 5th, which is a whole month, as you can see, huge growth, huge growth. You're seeing right now that Famous Fox Federations and the Transdimensional NFTs have actually been booming up in price. And so within a whole month, that price has boomed. Now, have we reached a top? We possibly could have. Now, I could see that we could experience a dip because we've seen so many green candles. Now, when I see these many green candles, that means there's a dip that's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen because there needs to be some breathing room. That means we're in the overbought territory. Eventually, we have to be in the red candle circumstance where we actually have to see some red candles. And again, it could be on a 1 hourly time chart or a daily time chart. But either way, this to me says that we could experience either supply shock, number one, which means that we can shoot the price up to all new price discovery modes to a new all-time high, or we're going to see a slight dip down to maybe a support level around 14 Solana. Now, if you look at the total listing count, we're definitely below 132 NFTs. And that's actually interesting because we haven't seen that listing count until we were actually all the way back here, back on January 31st of this year. So that's a whole year, all the way from January up until December, that we've reached this low. Can we sustain that? We don't actually know. And right now, if you look at the relative strength index, we've seen so much oversold territory that now we're actually seeing a major buying territory. Now, let this being a determining factor for you to decide if you're going to invest in this. But this is what we have to see as the charts. So right now, for me personally, I'm going to wait for the dip. I'm going to wait for this to happen. And maybe you'll score some great assets. Like right now, there is this Fox number 6096, which is for 30 Solana, but it has the crown. Is that worth it to you? That amount? Well, let that be a determining factor. Now, next up, we need to talk about the second collection, and that is Boryoku Baby Dragons. Yes, this is the second collection from Boryoku Dragons, which is the more adult version. Now, why am I paying attention to this? It's simply this. It's a really great entry point in terms of its, floor price, which is 7.5 Solana. But also, let's look at the listing count. There's only 52 NFTs out of the 1,100 NFTs in circulating supply. Now, there are many different great traits, but just think about this. Right now, this one's 7.5. Just a few rows down. If we were to sell out just these few rows, you would already be literally double your money at 17 Solana. So if you just go further down, it could even jump as high as 23 Solana. But the reason I'm sharing this with you is because there's only 52 of these NFTs left, and it can easily skyrocket if someone were to ape or literally just whale buy the whole collection, right? So another thing I want to share with you is that Boryoku Dragons, the actual Twitter page, changed their Twitter profile to a baby dragon instead of the adult version. The adult versions look completely different, but they're actually more expensive in my point of view. And that's why I'm not showing that video right now, because I want these collections to be a great entry point for you. But I also want to show you the chart. Now, this is the actual chart for Boryoku Baby Dragons. And you may be looking at this saying, whoa. We used to be at around 80 Solana, and now we're at 7.5. Why would I buy in at this price? Well, obviously because you're buying the fear. You're literally buying the dip. So when you're buying at low cost entry points like this, I think it's not a bad opportunity to dollar cost average or maybe accumulate or maybe even have more. And if you look at the listing count, we're actually hovering around 59, like I said, and we get to drop all the way down to 45 if we need to. But if we drop below 45, even lower to that, say for instance like 26, or even lower to that, say around 17 NFTs, that's where we saw the all-time high of around 80 Solana. That could absolutely happen. Now, we are actually seeing, this is something that I cannot lie about. This is the numbers. The relative strength index is showing me that people are buying this regardless of the floor price. So if you're worried about the floor price or the listing count, you got to look at the relative strength index because it's showing me that people are buying these regardless of the floor price, regardless of the listing count. That's why I want to show this to you. This could be a great opportunity to buy these cute, adorable NFTs at really low cost entry points. And that's why looking at these, my gosh, I mean, it's no brainer that maybe one of these could be the one to keep. So there you go. That's Boryoku Dragons, or at least the baby dragons. Now, what is my last one? Now, the last one's very interesting. And I do want to share with this collection with you because it is a very particular collection that I think no one's really paying attention to. And that is this collection. It's called BBpods. Now, I actually have one of these NFTs. Now, this is a super low supply, around 487 NFTs total that have ever been created. Now, this is a collection specifically known on Hyperspace from my point of view. I discovered this collection through Hyperspace. I discovered this collection through their Twitter, which was promoting on Hyperspace, but I don't really see it anywhere else. And so what's really great about this is that the entry point is around 5.8 Solana. Now, what I'm paying attention to are these little premium NFTs, which are colored. Those are the ones that I'm really looking at. But just think about it. There's only 18 of these NFTs. And literally, if I go slightly down, the highest is around 10 Solana. Literally, someone could just sweep this whole entire collection if they really wanted to. But this is definitely, I think, a great opportunity to see if this is something that you want to accumulate because they're so cheap and so in low supply. Now, you must be wondering, why would I want to buy something like this if it hasn't been revealed yet? Yeah, there are 18 NFTs listed, but is it even worth it? Let's go to their Twitter page. Now, this is why I want to share this with you. The Twitter page kind of says everything. Now, what's interesting is that on their Twitter page, they were basically saying in order for people to qualify to have one of these NFTs, you need to nominate somebody. And people nominated a few people and some got in to get one of these NFTs for free. But you can buy it on the secondary, like I said. But what's really interesting is that on December 1st, they did post this, which was just 4 days ago, that I think a reveal is going to happen. Now, we don't know when the reveal is going to happen, but maybe the artwork is going to be interesting. But let's go ahead and look into the community that's following them. Now, there are a few people I respect in this space. Salami Mami, who absolutely does amazing Twitter spaces, also talks about trading, charting, analytics around the Solana NFT space. DJ News, who tends to follow a lot of the top founders and builders within this place. Hello Moon, which is a great analytic tool to understand what is trending, where is smart money going in and coming out of. We also have Barry, who's the founder of Vandals. We also have Frank, who's also the founder of DGod and Utes. And these are just a few names within my own network that is following this collection. Now, what I will say is that is this something to speculate on? It is, because right now I'm not seeing anything in terms of utility, what they're building, just a ton of memes, just a ton of speculative posts on their Twitter page. But again, not much from there. But regardless, they have 21,000 followers, which I'm just not going to ignore. And so right now, I can't even show you charts because there's not really much to show in terms of data. But I do think that with this low supply, once these NFTs do reveal, maybe people will list their NFTs on the secondary market for much cheaper than 5.8 Solana, or maybe not. Maybe people will hold, and maybe because they love the artwork. But there's going to be a reveal soon, and you've seen who's been following this collection. And I'm not trying to heavily promote this type of collection because I know very little about it, but I at least have one NFT in exposure that I bought around 6 Solana. So that's how I personally feel. And do I want to buy more? I don't know. But again, this is why I want to share this video with you, because again, we're all here to share this information about really great entry points for these collections and what to really look forward to. So guys, let me know down in the comments below regarding those collections, because right now we're seeing what the Solana NFT ecosystem is doing. There's less activity, but more collectors who are really here for the long term are buying up the best collections, the blue chips, and also the ones that have great entry points, which is the 3 that I showed you. But I want to hear your comments down below, either on YouTube or Twitter. Let me know. And let me know if you want to see other videos on other collections I haven't covered, because I'd be happy to cover those collections. And as always, thank you so much for supporting the channel and supporting this video. Be sure to like up that button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page, and I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching Cryptolution. Join our Patreon page for all our private alpha calls, investment strategies, and one-on-one consultations in the link below. Limited spaces are available, so be sure to reserve your spot today. Invest safely, and we'll see you on the next episode of Cryptolution.